go. Bro, how you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling amazing, bro. You know what? Especially coming off the yesterday we just had. For y'all that don't know, and some of y'all may have been there, I pray y'all been there. We had our Wealthy Experience free networking and live podcast yesterday in Philadelphia. Real quick, I want you guys to put in the chat. Let me see the chat. I need you guys to put in the chat here. I mean, there, if you guys were there last night. What was in Philadelphia, we had networking, we had a live podcast where people got to hear about, life insurance, real estate mogul. He killed it with the life insurance. Yeah, he actually dropped some games I never heard him say before. So it was amazing just being a part of that. But put there in the chat if you guys were there. I feel as though that it was amazing time, and the people that was there, they got a lot of value on top of that. So I'm still off a high off of that.
That's a fact, bro. Me too. It was great to be in the room with you again, because this is what we do, right? We make magic happen because we are people that really care about helping people. So it's no feeling like being able to build with your brother and to help so many other people. So this is just we keeping it going. We keeping it going. So look, before we get started, what I want to do is a few things. I want to set the expectation, all right? So we need you to give us your complete undivided attention for the next 90 minutes, y'all. And if you can do that, I need you to type commit in the chat. If you can commit to giving us your complete undivided attention for the next 90 minutes, just type commit in the chat. Rico, I got your commitment. There we go. Leo, Dajay, what's up? Mario, with Brenda, Crystal, Taisha, Frida, Natasha, there we go. Tori. Okay, Michelle. That's what I'm talking
Oh, they
about. So
ready. They were
they
ready.
they they locked in with us, bro. And the reason why, I just want to make sure that we got your commitment because we are committed to giving you some life-changing information over these next 90 minutes. If we know how to scroll on social media, we know how to binge watch our favorite shows, we know how to spend time doing things that don't serve us. So it's important for us to commit to this time that we're gonna serve you and we're gonna make sure we give you some life-changing information. So with that being said, Boone, I want to pass it to you, man. If you're gonna really get this thing going
Let's
and
get
get
this
this
thing
show going.
rocking. Yo, so we good?
No, we good. We good.
Yo, I'm like a dog on a leash. I'm ready to just ready to get to it. But look, y'all, I know he said commit, but one other thing I want you guys to do is put promise in the chat. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, but I need you guys because it's one thing to commit to something, but it's another thing to make a promise to yourself that even when it gets hard, you're gonna stay with it. Like, because a lot of times, hey, we're gonna commit to walking this path and starting this journey, but I'm gonna let you guys know right now, there will be some potholes. There will be some road bumps. There will be some stoplights where you might have to stop for a second. There will be some things that's going to delay the journey. But what I need you to do is promise that you're going to wait at the light until it turns green again. You're going to go ahead and swerve around a pothole. You may have to hit the pothole, slow down for a little bit, get the tire fixed, and get right back on the road. You have to promise yourself that I'm going to stay on this path. Because a lot of people are, Instagram out there just saying everything's going to be peaches and cream. I'm going to be that guy. Ramel's going to be that guy. Joe's going to be that lady that's going to let you guys know something will happen. I don't even want to play with you guys. I don't even want to fool you guys. But when I let you guys know the thing that's about to come in and happen in your life right after that thing happened is going to be well worth whatever that little issue you went on, whatever that little hiccup. Everybody in Ramel, put in the chat. Let me know if you went through something in your life. I went through something outside life. Joyce said she went through something in life. We all went through some type of trial and tribulation. We all went through some type of pothole. But when I tell you the new land, the new road, the new everything we seen right after we got out of that pothole, right after we patched that tire, right after we got through that patch, is like the pothole didn't even matter no more. The things that we went through didn't even matter no more. So again, put promise in the chat. You guys promise that you are going to stay on the path and stay on the track. There we go. There we go. There we go. Promise, promise, promise. I love it. I love it. So we're gonna go ahead and kick things off. We're gonna go ahead and get things started. For those that was at the class yesterday, I want to make sure we go deeper into what we talked about yesterday. But then for those that never been on, wasn't there yesterday, we're gonna be going over a lot of information for our real estate, as far as life insurance, and most importantly, how you guys can get started. So tonight I'm gonna go deep and show you guys a lot of stuff. But before we go ahead and get deep into things, I want to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Derek Bourne. I'm a real estate investor in Philadelphia. I have been in real estate since 2016. And the reason why I want to tell you guys that specifically is because let you guys know I'm not one of these new guys that just got into real estate, did two houses, and now they want to start teaching you guys last year. I'm not even 2 years ago. I'm talking about since 2016. I have been active making money in real estate every single year. Honestly, ever since I got started in real estate going into 2017, I've been making six figures or more in real estate since I started. I'm gonna let you guys know, right? That's not an easy thing to be doing it consistently every single year from the start all the way to the finish to where we at right now. And also on top of that, how I got started as a real estate agent. I went from going ahead selling a bunch of houses as an agent, then went to wholesale a bunch of houses. Then I went to investor where I'm buying and keeping and flipping a whole bunch of properties. And again, the reason why I'm telling you guys that to let you guys know I am 1,000% qualified to give you guys the gain the information, also the lessons that I learned over my journey, so that way you guys can start out the gate winning. Everybody put one in the chat. I want to give you guys specific things so you guys start out the gate winning. Perfect, 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 perfect. And a lot of times people see, oh, boy, he's doing this thing now. Oh, he's making this stuff happen now. He's this. I want to show you guys, right? Before the whole real estate thing started, this is where I started. So that right before I got started in real estate, that 2016 year, this was me. I was working in a retirement home. I was working in this retirement home called the Hill at White Marsh, and I was making $10 an hour. And at this specific retirement home, my job was to serve the elderly. So literally giving prune juice, apple juice, fish, all the things that the elderly like. That was my job from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., then 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Every single day, being in this position, making sure I just was doing what I needed to do so I can go ahead and just handle the things I need to handle, bills, car, and all those different things. And at some point, we get fed up. Put in the chat right now if you guys are fed up. And when I say fed up, I don't mean fed up specifically talking about money, because some of us, it has nothing to do with money. We have access to capital. It's just I'm fed up because I'm doing something that's not fulfilling. I'm fed up because I'm doing something that I'm not proud of. I'm fed up because I'm doing something that my kids don't look up to me because of the base of the job that I have. I'm fed up because it's just not where I actually want to be. How many of you guys had some goals when you, in the last 10 years, last 15 years, or since you were a kid, and you just did not hit all those goals? Put me in the chat. Let's just be transparent. This is a judgment-free zone. Let's just be honest. If you had some goals that you had when you was a kid, or even the last 5 or 10 years, and you didn't hit them yet, I want to let you guys know right now, you still have a chance. I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna let you guys know right now, you still 1,000% have a chance to turn every single thing around. I have mentees that are literally 70 years old in my program where they went ahead and bought their first property. I have people that are 21 that just bought their first property. It does not matter how old you are. It does not matter where you come from. It doesn't matter how your journey is going. It's all about how you finish. So you still have a chance to hit every single one of those goals. And again, it will happen. But as much information we're going to be giving you guys today, I need as much, if not more, execution coming back. And put execute in the chat if you guys are going to be locked in with us. As much as information we're going to be giving you guys tonight, we just need as much, and if not more, execution coming back. All right, so let's go ahead and get started in this real estate thing. I want to show you guys a few things of how I specifically am able to go ahead and buy properties and build wealth in a specific way that allows me not to go ahead and utilize 100, $200,000 in credit. It doesn't allow me to go ahead and have to use 100, $200,000 of my own pocket. It doesn't have to me go ahead and do all this crowdfunding from 30 different people. I'm gonna show you specifically some strategies that allow me to go and do that. And I like to use real case studies and real things, not from someone else's portfolio, from what someone else is doing. I like to use real results and real receipts for myself. So about almost hasn't been a month yet, about on October 3rd. This is October, on September 30th, I bought my son his first property. And with this property, I only had to put $8,000 out of pocket. I want to show you guys this real quick. So in this property right here, I only had to come out of pocket $8,275. And on this specific deal, I used cash to cover this $8,000, but I could have used a credit card. I could have used life insurance policy that Ramel's going to be speaking about. I could have borrowed them. I could have used several different tactics. But for me specifically on this deal, $8,000, I had this extra. So I said, I'm going to utilize this to go ahead and cover this down payment on this project. But the biggest thing is what a lot of people try to figure out is like, okay, I know the house didn't cost 8 grand. I know even if he had to fix it up, it didn't cost 8 grand. How the hell is he able to go ahead and buy a property, fix it up, and turn it into what it's about to be with only $8,000? Somebody put how in the chat if you guys want to understand how. And the way I go ahead and do this specifically is I utilize specific banks, I utilize specific lenders that are willing to not only just give you the money to buy the house, but also give you the money to fix up the house. But here's the catch. when you utilize any banks or any types of finance or any type of lenders, you have to make sure they are great deals, amazing deals, and good deals, because that is how you go ahead and tap into a different type of loan product. Comment, follow in the chat if you guys are following me. So there are a lot of banks, there are a lot of lenders, but anytime you talk to any bank or any talk to any lender, always ask them, what loan products do you have? Always. This is one of the biggest things that you need to know if you're getting into any type of funding, any type of financing, whether it's a car, whether it's a house, I don't care what it is, always ask, what loan products do you have? Don't just tell me about the one, what other loan products they have, because every financial institution have more than one loan product. So when you ask them that, always ask them, hey, look, my goal is to go ahead and purchase this property, purchase this asset, but I want to come out of pocket as least amount as possible. Then they'll start opening up with, okay, we have this type of loan product, we have this type of loan product, or we have this type of down payment assistance. This even works if you're just buying a regular house to live in for your primary residence. What down payment assistance programs do you have? What exactly do you have inside of your portfolio, inside of your vault of products that I can utilize so I don't have to come out of pocket as much money? And one of the biggest ways to even get into that is you have to have a deal that actually makes sense. So I want to show you guys the proof behind that, right? This is the same bank. This is the actual lender. And they said from a value standpoint, this looks like it makes sense. It's eligible for 100% funding. This specific lender has a 100% funding product, which a lot of lenders have, but you have to meet certain requirements. Everybody put follow in chat if you guys are following me. So for this specific deal, for this specific asset, right? Show you guys for this specific deal, for this specific loan product, and I'll share some with you guys. We have to go ahead and follow the 65% rule. And so for you guys are probably on here like, what the hell is he talking about 65% rule? I never even heard of this before. Put new in the chat. This is something new to you guys. Well, I never 65% rule. What does that make? What is that? So typically on average, banks say as long as the property falls between 75% LTV, which stands for loan to value. Everybody put LTV in the chat. I'm going to make y'all work tonight. We're going to be doing some math. Y'all going to be making sure y'all engage, because this information can change your entire life. So I don't want you zoned out at any point. In the next 20 minutes, and I'm going to pass it to Ramel, I don't want you guys zoned, because this is going to be some math you guys have to follow. So loan to value, that means that if you're buying this house for, let's say, $100,000, you times that by 70%, and that is the number that the bank wants you to be all in on. That is their average, but we take it to a step further. Everybody put step further in the chat. We take it a step further and we do 65%. So now we do 65% of whatever the value is worth. So let's go ahead and fast forward this, right? So the property that I bought my son, I paid $36,000 for, but once it's fixed up and nice, it is going to be worth 160. Actually, I just got some new information. It's going to be worth more, but we still want to stay on the same number. It's going to be worth $160,000. So we take $160,000 and we times this by 65%. Somebody really quickly and give me that math. Somebody really quickly and give me that math. Quick, 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 quick. I'm gonna take a sip of water and I need to see that number. What is 160,000 times 65%? There we go, $104,000. So what the bank is essentially saying, as long as you can fit your numbers under $104,000, we will be able to do this deal. So let's break this down to full whole formula. So it's ARV times 65% equal all in. So ARV stands for after repair value. So after it's fixed up, what is it worth? Remember this, I'm giving you guys this is some mentorship type game, but I want to make sure you guys have this for free. After the property is rehab, what is it worth? After repair value. So for example, the house that I bought my son is worth $160,000 once we fix it up. Put follow in the chat if you guys are following me. And if you guys are trying to figure out, well, how do I figure out how much a house is worth? You go ahead and Google the house that, let's say for example, you guys Google your own primary residence. When you I mean realtor.com, you go to realtor.com, type in your primary residence, and then scroll to the bottom of the page, and it's going to have recently sold houses. It's going to have a full line of all the houses that recently sold in your area. So now look for the ones that are fully renovated, fully fixed up, look like HGTV. And those houses, they sold for 300, 400, 500, $1 million, and it's the same square footage pretty much as your house, then you know if your house gets fixed up like that one, it could be worth that. Put aha in the chat if you guys didn't know that. If you fix your house up like that, and if that one sold for 500,000, then your house can probably sell for 500,000. But that's how we find the ARV. It is free. You literally can go to realtor.com, scroll to the bottom, and look for the recently sold houses. Boom. So the ARV is $160,000. We times about 65%, and we get 104. This 104 stands for all in. So all in essentially means is how much we can buy and how much we can fix. Everybody got that? How much we can buy, how much we can fix. So, for example, I can buy this house for 100 grand, put $4,000 worth of work into it. I can buy it for $4,000, put 100 grand worth of work into it. I can buy it for 50,000. I can put $54,000 worth of work into it. I don't care how it breaks down. I don't care how the cookie crumbles. I don't care how you chop it up. As long as those two numbers fit inside of this all-in number, it is a home run. Put got it in the chat if you guys got it. As long as it fits within this number, we have a home run. This makes 1,000% sense. Perfect. So now let's take this, let's really break this down, right? So we know that I'm all in. I had to be all in $104,000. And the lender said, based on, like I showed you guys, based on these terms, based on these numbers, we can fund 100% of the deal. So the $8,000 I had to cover is just the transfer taxes and the other little fees. You guys buy something from the dollar store, it's never a dollar. It's $1.08, $1.07, $1.20, whatever those taxes, other little fees that you have to cover. Same thing with real estate. If I buy a house for 100,000, I might have to pay 102, 103, 104 because I have to cover transfer taxes. I have to cover other little fees, title fees. These are little things that you have to cover. That is where the $8,000 come from. Because I know somebody in here, well, they cover 100%. Where's the 8,000 come from? Those are the extra little taxes and fees that we have, the insurances that we have to go in and pay for. So with this deal for $104,000 is my all-in number that the lender gave me. Okay, well, I purchased the property for 36,000 and I put $64,000 into it. Somebody really quickly, what's 36 and 64? What's 36 and 64? Real quick, real quick, real quick, real quick, real quick. 100,000. Thank you, Rico. This is $100,000. So let me know, is $100,000 less than 104? Yes or no? Is $100,000 less than 104? Yes or no? Yes. So they're like, this is a home run. We needed you to fit under 65%. You even lower than that. This is a home run. We will give you all the money that you need. Put aha in the chat if you guys are following me. So now because we're able to get everything done with this number, they're like, yo, boom, we will go ahead and give you the funding. Now, this type of funding is called a hard money lender. I like hard money lenders because they are asset based, and this is going to really blow your minds. I love hard money lenders because they are asset based lenders, which means they lend off the asset and not off of you. I'm gonna say this again. They lend off of the asset and not necessarily off of you. So they're not asking for all these tax returns, all these other documents from you. They want to know, does the house make sense? Can the house make money? Is this a great deal? And they will lend. I'm talking about I have done deals with hard money lenders where they may have asked for my driver's license. That's probably the only thing they asked for. Because once I showed them the property and all of this math, they like, shoot, this makes sense. And we want to go into fund. Now, the catch to the hard money lenders are they are typically 12-month to 18-month loans. 12-month to 18-month loans. So I call this little bank. So how we build wealth is we have to go and transfer this from little bank to big bank. All right. You can literally Google hard money lenders in your area, but I'll share that with you guys in a second. So this is little bank. We need to go ahead and get out of little bank and go to big bank. So now that this house, we put 100 grand, we bought it for 36,000, we put 64,000 into it. Now we're all in 100,000, but now our property is worth 160K. We did this in 2 months, 3 months, however long it took. So now, where this gets good at is now our house is worth $160,000. We only owe 100 grand all in to go and do this deal. But because Little Bank is only a short-term loan, we have to go to Big Bank, which is Citizens Bank, Bank of America, credit unions, all these other institutions that will give us a 30-year mortgage. Everybody got me with that? They will give us a 30-year mortgage to go ahead and do this deal. So now when you go work with Big Bank, they will give you 75% LTV. So that means we take the $160,000, we times it by 75%, and that equals what? Come on, y'all flow with me. 160,000 times 75% is what? Real quick, real quick, real quick, real quick, real quick. See if y'all with me. Bingo, 120 grand. So now we about to take this to the next level. So now Big Bank is going to pay off Little Bank. But now if we owe Little Bank 100 grand, right? If we owe Little Bank $100,000, but Big Bank said they're going to give us $120,000. So now they're going to pay off that. What's the difference now? If $120,000 hits our account, they pay off Little Bank at 100 grand. How much difference do we have now? Exactly. $20,000. And now the best part about this is this $20,000 is tax free because this is a loan, it is lended money. You do not pay any taxes on lended money. Taxes and a lot of other things that we go through, which that's another conversation, kill wealth because you're giving away all the equity, all the money, and all the wealth that you're generating because you're giving it away to Uncle Sam, because you're giving away to taxes, because you're giving away to all these other things. So now we're doing this is what the super wealthy does. This is 1,000% what the super wealthy does. They go ahead and buy assets, they borrow against it, and they have to pay taxes on this money. Drop a fire emoji, you guys with me. So now Big Bank paid off Little Bank. So now we have an excess of $20,000. Now I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You have to pay fees when you go ahead and do these transactions. On this, your fee may be about $3,000. So now you're gonna have $17,000 left over net after you do this transaction that can go into, for me specifically, I'm moving this into my son's life insurance policy. So now I'm taking 17,000 and moving it directly into the life insurance policy that can grow. This is called a double up. Ramel's going to get into this. This is called a double up. So now we can take the money and keep doubling and doubling and doubling. Imagine we take money that we got off of real estate, then invest into life insurance so it can just keep growing. Come on, this might be too much for y'all. Comment, follow in the chat if you guys are following me, because we can shut it down right now if this is too much. Let me know. Put follow in the chat if you guys are following me. Somebody said triple up. No, when y'all hear Ramel, he about to quadruple up this thing. So now we got an extra $17,000 that can go right into the life insurance policy. But here's the thing. When you get a 30-year mortgage on a house, you have to pay what every single month? Somebody follow me. I only got about 7 minutes. You have to pay what every single month? A mortgage, exactly. So even though we got an extra $17,000, we're going to have to pay something called a mortgage payment every single month. So I already did the math for you guys, and just so you guys can see, you guys can go to this, 1 second. You guys can go to right here, Zillow mortgage calculator. You go to Google and type in Zillow mortgage calculator, and it will go ahead and tell you what your estimated mortgage payment will be. So for this specific property, an estimated mortgage payment is going to be about $803. Just to make it simple math for you guys, we're just going to make it a clean $800. Put follow in the chat if you guys are following me. So we have an $800 mortgage payment that we had to pay on this $120,000 loan we just took out. But here's the thing. I don't care about getting mortgages. I don't care about getting debt because someone else is going to pay this. Somebody put somebody else in the chat. I don't care about getting debt, especially good debt, because someone else is paying this. I don't care at all. Someone else is going to pay this debt. So I want to share something else with you guys, right? And that someone else is going to be a tenant. So I already did the math for you guys on rentalmeter.com. This is a website you guys can utilize. It's called rentometer.com. It is free. You guys have to just put in the address. This isn't the address of the property, but this is a property on the next block over. I just use this as an example for a 3 bed. You see this for a 3 bed, 1.5 bath house, and the average rent goes for 1,800. The median rent goes for 1,750. So we're going to pretty much utilize the median rent. So for 1,750 a month that we can get from this property, 1,750 a month minus the $800, what's left over? Somebody follow me. Somebody give me the answer. What's left over? If we get a 1,750 a month in rent, but then we got to kick out $800 a month, what is left over? Exactly. $950 is left over that's coming in after we pay the principal, the interest, the taxes, and insurance. Everything is paid off. Everything is paid off. But for the technical people, if you do this property right, you shouldn't have to buy a new water heater. We put a new one in when we fix it up. You shouldn't have to go ahead and fix a whole bunch of pipes. We put new pipes in, we fix it up. That's another game. That's some mentorship conversation right there. How do we make sure we don't have too many tenant headaches? That's a whole nother conversation. Hopefully I can share that with you guys one day. But now we're getting a net 50, 950 that comes in this month, comes in that month, comes in that month, comes in that month, comes in that month, comes in this month, comes in over here. So now we have this money that's generating every single month net that we can go ahead and put in for more life insurance. We can put into high yield savings accounts, stocks, Bitcoin. I don't care what your thing is, but now you have the money to go ahead and do that. And it's not coming from your 9 to 5 check. It's not coming from your regular income. And this is wealth building because real estate goes up 4 to 5% every single year. Historically, it goes up 4 to 5% every year. So I just want to paint this whole picture for you guys, right? Let's paint this whole picture. I got about 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Paint this whole picture. You just bought an asset. For me specifically, this asset cost me $8,000 out of pocket. Boom. But now I got $160,000 property with my son. Put son on here. My son has $160,000 property that goes up 4 to 5% every single year. Boom. But then I took 17K and then I put that into life insurance, which now that money's going to go up because the life insurance investing and moving. I'm gonna let Ramel go into deep in that. But now this 17K is going to go up. But then I got 950 coming in a month that's going to go into different policies that's going to go ahead and make money. So I just took 8K and that just went here, that just went here, that just went here. We just tripled up $8,000 into literally a multiple six-figure play, if not a $1 million play by the time he turns 18. My son is 4. This is 14 years later. Look at what he's going to have if we just keep this one house on the same path. I'm not talking about doing about 20 houses. I'm not talking about buying 30 houses. I'm talking about something that you specifically can do right now, making one move, one property, and letting it flow 3 different ways. See, a lot of people talk about, we need to have 7 streams of income, but that doesn't mean you have to have 7 different moves. I just put together 3 different plays off of one $8,000. I showed you guys the receipt. I showed you guys the lender. I showed you guys the math. And just so you guys can really picture this. And then the last thing that we go ahead and do, this $8,000 is now generating generational information. And what do you mean by generational information? Because wealth is not just about passing down assets, it's also about passing down information. So now someone like my little boy is now learning specifically how to go ahead and be inside a project, learn to understand how to talk with the contractor, understand how to move through the project. Now he's learning on top of earning. So now when it's his time to go ahead and do something, this isn't foreign to him. This is not foreign to him. And just so you guys understand, this is real deal. I want to share something, show you guys something else. This is us closing on the daggone property. Look, this is us walking through the property on demo day. Let me refresh this. So when we talking about, you know, 1 second, close this out. Here we go. So when we're talking about wealth, we're not just talking about, hey, I just want to pass down an asset. I'm talking about I want to actually learn and earn and build with my child so they can actually see the hard work and they see what's going on. Drop a fire emoji if this is hitting you guys, if this makes sense to you guys. I literally just took $8,000 that I honestly could have got from a credit card. I have access to way more than $8,000 in fund. I could have used the credit card, but at this point, I didn't actually need that. And really quickly in the chat, if you guys have an additional eight, nine, $10,000, whether in your savings account, whether in checking account, 401k, retirement, credit cards, if you have an additional $10,000 available, comment me right now in the chat. Because I want to just, I'm gonna just be frank with y'all. I'm gonna just keep it a beam with y'all. I'm in Philly. You guys in Philly, you know. I'm gonna just be 100 with y'all. If you have an additional 8, 5, 10, 15, 20, like you might as well invest this. I promise you guys right now, majority of you guys have that money sitting in a bank account that's giving you 0.001%. It's not even sitting in a high yield savings. It's not even sitting in some type of account that's giving you some type of real return. You might as well go ahead and put it in something where it's actually going to do something. And you're actually building wealth. And you're actually helping your child out. And you actually doing something that you actually may be proud of and feel good about at the end of the day. So before I pass this over to Ramel, I need you guys to promise me. I don't care what you do, but you have to do something. Everybody put something in the chat. You have to do something. We just put together a multiple six-figure play, which by the time he turned 18, I pray this just changed into $1 million play off of $8,000. Majority of you guys just said that y'all have access to that kind of capital right now. It makes no sense to not do these things. It makes no sense not to build wealth. It makes no sense not to go ahead and grow for you and your child. And even if you don't have a child, if that time happens, you may have a niece or a nephew, you may have someone that you want to go ahead and pass this wealth down that you're building. It makes no sense not to do this, y'all. So I want to pass it to my brother Ramel. I know he's about to go ahead and bless you guys on some next level game as far as the life insurance. Because I'm gonna be honest, I could have used life insurance and pulled the 8,000 out and did this boom, 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 boom. But that's not really my lane. I do what this man says. He said, get a life insurance, probably do this. I haven't took any money. I don't really know how the whole thing. That's his lane, and I'm gonna let him share on this. But this is something that you guys can 100% do. So look, listen, I'm gonna pass the floor to my brother Ramel. He's about to break this stuff down to a whole nother level. But again, drop a fire emoji if in this last 30 minutes you just learned some game that you didn't know in the last 3 months. Shoot, comment 3 years. If you didn't know this information, you haven't learned this type of stuff in the last 3 years. I've had conversation with people when they said, look, listen, I learned more from you than my 4 years of college.
Mm,
3 years, 3 years, 3 years. Sheesh.
mm.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So, bro, go ahead and give him that game. I know you about to give him.
Man, I need y'all to keep dropping the fire emoji for my brother Boom. I need y'all to keep dropping the fire emoji. And every time I hear your story, bro, and you break down this game, it's like I hearing it for the first time because I get so inspired. And just to see how in real time you're showing them how you're not only building wealth for yourself, but you're literally buying properties for your son. Like he don't even know he worth millions already. Like that's a different conversation. Somebody type me in the chat if you want to be in position to pass down assets to your children, even if you don't have children. If your parents left you assets, whatever way you want to put it, you want to make sure that you follow your strategy. So thank you, bro. Can I get him a little bit more?
Go
That's
ahead.
it.
Look, listen, I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. I'm gonna let y'all this know right now. Look, listen, bro, just pause for a second. I don't
Hmm.
know if you guys were writing down the information that I said. I don't know if you guys were using an iPad, a napkin, a tissue, your arm. I don't know if you wasn't doing the last 30 minutes, but I promise over these next 30 minutes, you need to be writing this stuff down. I'm talking about he's going to be going over some things that can turn 40, 50, $100 into a million. I'm talking about cold hard cash. So if you guys are not writing this stuff down, I'm giving you a 10 seconds to run and grab a pen and paper, iPad, notes. I don't look, listen, write on your son's back of his stuff. I don't care what you need to do, but you need to be writing this stuff down and comment done in the chat once you have your pen and everything ready. All right. Let's see
All
what the
right,
chat
let's
look
get
like.
it.
Done, done, done. Oh yeah,
They
they're ready,
ready.
bro. Go ahead, get this one.
All right, perfect, perfect. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit more. I'm gonna take it up a notch. And I see some people in the chat, they was saying they need credit repair and all of that cool stuff. What I'm gonna do just to get that out the way, and you stay to the very end, I'm gonna literally give you free credit repair. So I don't even want credit repair to be holding you back. I don't want to be that to be a roadblock. I'm gonna actually give you a link where you could actually start repaying your credit yourself for free. But like Boone said earlier, when you really understand finance and wealth building, you don't even need to use credit. You don't need to use credit at all if you don't need to. But again, I want to make sure I get rid of the problem. So if you stay to the very end, I'm gonna make sure I give you free credit repair, and I'm gonna give you a checklist to set your business up so that you can go get funding once your credit is actually cleaned up, right? So what I want to do is build on the insurance that Boone was talking about, and I'm gonna show y'all some of this because a lot of times seeing is believing, right? So what I'm gonna do is share my screen really quick, and I want y'all to just put this in the chat. What's this number right here? This is just one of my policies. I couldn't make this up if I wanted to, right? So let me know what's this number right here that I'm highlighting. Put it in the chat. For those of you that can see, put it in the chat for the people in the back. And this is a live class. There's no replay. You got to stay with us. It's a live class. What's that number that I got highlighted, y'all? Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, Julian. That's $1.5 million. Now, if you look here, it says death benefit option. That means that when I'm no longer here, this $1.5 million is going to go to my family trust. So this is going to be passed down to my children, my wife, and my family trust. So this is when I'm no longer here. However, life insurance also gives you what is called living benefits. Somebody type living benefits in the chat. So I want you to know there's multiple reasons why we utilize insurance, right? So now look it down here. For those of you that can see this, what's that highlighted number? Put it in the chat. What's that highlighted number for the people in the back? If you can't see this, I just want them to be able to know what's happening in real time. All right. This is a real policy that I actually have. This is just one of many. Thank you. 318,000. Thank you, Shayla. Thank you, Miss Kiva. So this $318,000 is what we call cash value. This is the money that has been able to grow within my policy since I've had it in 2021, right? And this is just, again, one policy. So I'm able to put money into my policy and it grows compounded interest as if I never touched it. And what I do with this $318,000, I'm able to go leverage it and go get a line of credit against it as collateral to go invest. And this is what we utilize to buy businesses, to buy real estate. So what Boone just talked about, I'm gonna show you how you could go and buy already profitable businesses. So let me show y'all really quick, right? So this right here is what we call a life equity loan program. So if you look at this, it says, what's the purpose? Life equity loan program. It provides liquidity line of credit while maintaining full policy benefits. All right. So what we would do, just put it together, right? We have this $318,000. What I'm gonna do now is go to Merrick Bank, for example, and I'm saying, hey, Merrick Bank, here go my policy. You see $318,000. I need a life equity line of credit, which means Merrick Bank is gonna give me a line of credit for this $318,000. So now I double my money. Does that make sense? I want to make sure y'all with me. Did y'all pick up what I just put down? So I put money into my insurance policy, 318,000. I go to Merrick Bank and I say, hey, look at this money in this policy, and I want you to give me a line of credit against it. So you're not borrowing from yourself. You're not taking the money out. All you're doing is leveraging it as collateral because at the end of the day, Merrick Bank knows that at some point we will die. Like, can we all agree? Put agree in the chat if you know at some point you're gonna die. Like, I'm like, we gotta be real. Well, Merrick Bank knows if I don't pay them back, they can just go get the money out of my death benefit, which is at 1.5 million. Let me bring it back. So if I never pay back Merrick Bank, when I die, my family trust is only going to get 1.2 million. Does this make sense? Now I want to pay the money back because the more I pay it back, then they'll give me 400,000. Then they'll give me 500,000. So we want to make sure we pay it back. But in the event that we don't, it is backed by your death benefit. So this is not based upon your credit. They're not pulling your credit for this. This is strictly off of insurance. And this is literally how we go out there and buy businesses, y'all. So I'll put my money in insurance, and I'm going to show y'all something else really quick, right? So I just actually bought a storage facility maybe about 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Let me see if I can pull it up, right? Let's see. Let's see. So right here, this is actual settlement statement. This is what we call HUDs. I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. This is real stuff in real time, right? Smith Station Storage. And I want y'all to look right here. The purchase price on this was $450,000. but we used what is called seller financing. So we only had to come to the table with $200,000 down. So if you look at this number right here, owner finance, that means the seller acted as the bank. I didn't go to a bank. The seller is the bank. So the seller's giving me a mortgage for 250,000, and then I'll come to the table with 200,000. So this is what we actually, this is what went to the seller. This 196,000 right here. So let me know if y'all been following me, right? How did I get this 100 and or how did the seller get this 196,000? Where did I get the $200,000 from? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. They said repeat that. Where did I get it from? The line of credit. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. Oh my goodness, we cooking. We got the right people. So let me bring it together now. Let me make it make sense. I go and I open up insurance. I put my money in my insurance policy. It grows. And then I go to a bank and I say, hey, give me a line of credit against it called a life equity line of credit. They give me 300,000. I take the 300,000 or whatever amount I want to take out of it. In this case, 200,000, and I go buy a business. And that business is making me money day one. Somebody type day one in the chat. Somebody type day one in the chat. See, we got this all wrong. They told us how to build wealth the slow route. And if you anything like me or Boone and you come from the bottom, we don't have time to get rich slow. We need to get rich fast. And the fastest way to build wealth is by buying a business that is already making money. Does that make sense? So instead of us having to start a business from scratch and 90% of businesses fail within the first 10 years, I want to go buy a business that has passed the 10-year mark. I want to go buy a business that is making $10,000 a month. That's making $20,000 a month. I'll show you how. I'll show you how, right? So there's some websites that we can actually go on, right? One of the websites we can go on is called Biz Buy Sell. And this is a business brokerage website where you can find any business to buy that is for sale. So again, somebody dropped their state in the chat so we can do this in real time. Somebody dropped their state in the chat. Let me see. I got New Jersey up here. They got Pennsylvania. All right, let's do Pennsylvania. Let's do Pennsylvania. So we'll type in Pennsylvania and let's see what businesses come up, right? So they got like this food business, they got grocery stores, they got a bunch of different businesses, but we want to buy specific businesses, which are recession-proof businesses, right? So they got a vending machine business that you can buy. This is crazy. Hold on. You mean to tell me that with $30,000, you could actually buy an already built vending machine business that's bringing you $54,000 a year? Somebody type me in the chat if you would do that. And this is just small money though. We could go on and on and on. Let's keep breaking this down. It's so many businesses. What I like to buy in particular is the self-storage business. But you could buy a electrical business, right? They got a dry bar right here that you could purchase. It's multiple businesses that is already making money day one. That is the blueprint that we teach you. And again, I focus specifically on what is called self-storage. Let's say we go to another website, right? LoopNet. So if I go on LoopNet and I'm looking to go and find self-storage facilities, right? Let's use Pennsylvania again. Let's stay on Pennsylvania. Property types, and I want to find self-storage. Cool. Now, self-storage is real estate, but it's also a small business. That's why I love it. Now, look at this facility right here. Easy Go Storage, 1.9 million. So let's say 2 million. This one, 4.8 million. Let's just start with this one. Easy Go Storage, 1.9 million. All right. Now, the cool thing about small business acquisitions is you can qualify for what is called the SBA 7A loan. Put a 1 in the chat if you're familiar with that. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not. The SBA 7A loan. All right, so y'all not familiar with that. So let's go on Google and we're going to type in what is the SBA loan? Y'all can see this in real time. SBA 7A loan program right here. So it says it. The SBA 7A loan program is a small business administration flagship program that provides financial assistance to small businesses through government guaranteed loans, right? So this loan program, just to make it very clear for you, look what it says. Look what it says right here. It is possible to secure a loan with a low down payment, sometimes as low as 5%. Sometimes as low as 5%. Now, standard is 10%, but in some cases, you can get a loan and only got to come to the table with as low as 5%. So let's bring it back. So, y'all do the math. Where my mathematicians at? Let's do 5% of this 1.9 million. Let me know what that is. Put it in the chat. Let me know what that is. What's 5%? Where my mathematicians at? I hope y'all with me. Like, we think that it's harder. We think that we are further away, but we are closer than what we think. What's that number in the chat? Let me know. What's 5% of this 1.9? What's 5%? Thank you. Thank you. 5% should be basically $95,000, right? 90, I think is let's see, 1.9, 5. Yep. There we go. There we go. So it's gonna be about 95,000, anywhere from 95,000 to 100,000. Now, how many of us can get access to that money? We can get access to that type of money. That's what we got to put down. Let's say you need to put 10% down. So let's do this number. Let's do 10% down. What's that number, y'all? What's 10% down? We just going to double it. 200,000. But this is how it works. So for me, I'm working backwards. If I see a business and it's 2 million, I'm not thinking I got to come up with 10 million. I'm focused on 100,000. I'm focused on 200,000. Is that easier to accomplish? Let me know in the chat. Does that seem a little easier to accomplish? Are y'all with me? And we like to teach you multiple ways, whether it's business credit cards, business lines of credit, whether you got money in a 401k, whether you got money in your house, you need to do a HELOC, whether you have money in insurance. It's multiple ways to go get it. The equity line of credit. There we go. So I got more. I'm not done yet. I got a lot more. I got a lot more for y'all. So, for matter of fact, put a 1 in the chat if you're familiar with me, and put a 2 in the chat if you're not familiar with me. Put a 1 in the chat if you're familiar with me, and put a 2 in the chat if you are not familiar with me. Because we got a lot of ones, we got some twos, we got some ones. All right, and again, I just want to make sure I give as much value, but I do understand why it's important for you to know who I am and why I'm qualified to teach this stuff, and why I'm so passionate about this information, yo. So really, really quick, just for 2 minutes, as I get to the next portion of this, I just want to share this really quick for those of you that do not know me. I've been able to build a $10 million business, $20 million in family wealth through this actual blueprint. And I'm not somebody that just popped up yesterday. I've been outside doing this a very long time, educating, teaching, training over the last 12 years inside the business. I am a serial entrepreneur. I own multiple 6 and 7 figure businesses, but I do it creatively. Somebody type creative in the chat. See, I come from poverty, welfare, food stamps, free lunch, you name it. My mom passed away when I was 12 to breast cancer. My grandmother passed away when I was 14 to breast cancer. So I'm no stranger to struggle. And the only reason why I feel really is important for me to share this really quick is because I don't want you to hear anything that I'm sharing and think that it can't be you. I don't want you to hear what Boone is sharing and think that it can't be you, because it wasn't always this way for us. We just made a decision. We just made a decision. Somebody typed decision in the chat. That's all it was. And because of that, I've been able to go out there and make money. And I'm showing y'all some of the receipts, some of the checks, some of the passive income from the businesses that I've been able to acquire. You see my name on the checks. You see the HUDs. I can't make it up if I wanted to. And again, I'm only showing you this because I want you to be inspired. I want you to see yourself in me. I want you to see yourself in Boone. And it is only because of the system that we've been able to build. Somebody type system in the chat. And I don't care if you just came from jail. I don't care if you're a Harvard graduate. I don't care if you've been working at your job for 20 years, if you've been in business for 20 years. No matter what your path is, the system that we are sharing with you can work if you work it. Does that make sense? See, I've been able to go out there and build a brand online, over 500,000 people across my social media platforms, interviewed on national television, taking private planes, retired my boss, fired my boss, retired my wife. I bought my dream car, $300,000 Lamborghini, and that's cool. But I really want you to look past the Lamborghini. It's not even really about that. I want you to look at the storage facilities. because I purchased this storage facility with no money out of my pocket, creatively leveraging insurance, and then I bought the car, but the storage facility pays for the car. And guess what? I pay myself back because I also paid the car off cash with my insurance. So everything I do, I make sure I funnel my money through insurance, y'all. Somebody type insurance in the chat. I'm gonna be showing y'all in real time. Look right here, 13 million. This is an old screenshot. I gotta upgrade this and show y'all we over $20 million in insurance that I'm able to move through to go and invest. Are y'all with me? This is why I'm passionate about this information. This is why Boone is on this call, because he know this information has changed his life and is gonna change his son's life and everybody else's life if you allow it. If you allow it. So let me keep going. I just had to show that really quick. I want to break down our wealthy framework, y'all. If y'all ready for this, type ready in the chat. If y'all ready for this, type ready in the chat. See, when we think about insurance, most of us only think about the death part, like I said earlier, but it has living benefits, but you need to know which policy to use for which purpose. So in this case, I want to break down term insurance, all right? Term insurance is for a particular term, typically 10 to 30 years, and it's only for the duration of your for that term. So it's not permanent. And term insurance only pays out when you die. So I want to make this clear. Term insurance does not have any cash value, but we still go get term because for as little as $100 a month, you can go get $1 million policy. For little as $100 a month, you can get $1 million policy. Somebody type me in the chat if you willing to invest $100 to go get $1 million policy. So if in the event that you die, you can at least pass down wealth to your child versus passing down debt and burden and trauma and GoFundMe's. We know we're going to die anyway. I need to make sure I'm protected. I need to make sure this is the fastest way and the most simplest way for us to pass down wealth. But not just that. See, Boone talked about buying properties, right? This is why we're able to buy properties and take on mortgages, because Boone knows when that time comes, he's going to have insurance that kicks in and pays off all the debt on all the properties so now his son has free and clear assets. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? His son is able to get free and clear assets because the term insurance pays off the debts. So once you get term insurance, what you can do is get what is called a convertible term policy, where you can convert that into what we now call a whole life policy, or IUL, which gives you more benefits, but it's a little more expensive. So with whole life, it has cash value, which is what I shared with y'all earlier, right? So that whole life is what I shared earlier. You get the cash value, but it's going to cost you about $500 a month for that same 1 million. Somebody type me in the chat if you cool with investing $500 to get $1 million policy, plus you get compounded interest that grows in that policy as long as you're funding this policy. Exactly. I got the right people in the room. Your whole life in your IUL is actually permanent insurance, which means you have this for the duration of your life. It does not expire. And oh my goodness, y'all. I hope y'all with me. I hope y'all with me. Look, the reason why I also love the whole life in the IUL is because you never lose money, because your policy is secured and it has a floor. So if you put money into it, yes, you're going to make money, but you're not going to lose money because you have a floor. But if you invest your money in the stock market, yes, the stock could go up 40, 50, 60%, but you could go down below 40, 50, 60%. Does that make sense? Your insurance is guaranteed 3 to 5% growth, guaranteed, and it's tax free. This is what wealthy people do. Wealthy people don't spend money, wealthy people move money in the right vehicles. Now, I'm going to talk to some of y'all hearts right now, and it may rub you the wrong way, but I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. How many of you have a 401k? Put a 1 in the chat if you got a 401k. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a 401k. Oh, man. And okay, yes or no, are you happy with your 401k? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. Are you happy? Okay, so that means I got the right people in the room. They said, hell no, mogul. It ain't happening. Let's say yes. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why you shouldn't be, right? The truth is, your 401k is the worst place you can ever put your money. Your 401k is a jail for your money. It's a trap. Thank you, Anika. The worst thing you could do is put your money into a 401k, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you're going to put this money into a 401k every single paycheck, and you're going to commit to doing this for 15, 20, 30 years, but you can't even touch it until you're 59 and a half. What part of the game is that? You mean to tell me I'm going to spend all of this time investing and I can't even touch it until I'm 59 and a half? And then you mean to tell me when I am 59 and a half, I get taxed on the growth? So let me put this in, let me just break it down and really put it in perspective, right? So let's say you invest into your 401k over a time span of 20 years. You working hard, you busting your ass at work, and you end up, growing about $200,000. And you super excited. You 59 now, and you got 200,000 in your 401k. Well, you're gonna get taxed on the growth, not on the seed. You're gonna get taxed on whatever it grows to. So if it grows to 200,000, and let's just say you had a 25% tax bracket. Let's just say that. Well, somebody let me know what's 25% of 200,000. All my mathematicians, what's 25% of 200,000? Let me know. Thank you. Thank you, Rico. Thank you, Brenda. That's $50,000. That means that when you turn 59 and a half, 50,000 disappears immediately. So you're already down to 150,000. Then you got to account for the cost of living and inflation because that same 150,000 is not going to get you the same thing that would have got you 20 years before. So you really had $100,000. That's what you got. So after 20 years, you're going to walk away with 100,000. You really just gave away 10, 15 years of your life, or you pretty much worked for free for 10 to 15 years. What part of the game is that? Let me know who's willingly signing up to be able to work for free or trade 10, 15 years of your life to get nothing back. This is what they sold you on. America is the number one marketing machine. They sell you on this idea of putting money into your 401k and how it grows for you. It sets you up for retirement when it does the exact opposite. They charge you all of these fees and it's up and down. It's volatile. You could be up today, down tomorrow. So let me ask you this question, right? So I showed you how I bought a storage facility in multiple businesses, right? Multiple. But let me challenge you to think differently. What if I told you instead of you investing in your 401k over 20 years, what if you was to take that same 50,000, 100,000 in your 401k, you pull it out and you go buy a business and that business is bringing you $100,000 a year. What's $100,000 a year times 20 years? Y'all do the math. Like y'all do the math. What's $100,000 a year times 20 years? Y'all do the math. $2 million. So that means you would make way more money if you controlled your own dollars and invested into a business versus leaving it in a vehicle and allowing them to make the decisions and they make 2 million. See, the crazy part is they go make 2 million and cut you 200 off the money that you giving them that you work for. You spend your time on. What part of the game is that? What part of the game is that? We need to change that. We need to be in control. Somebody type control in the chat. We need to put our money in assets like real estate, like Boone talked about, that gives us cash flow. We need to go and buy businesses. We need to invest. We need to know the wealthy people don't spend money, they move money in the right places. And believe it or not, you have exactly enough to do the things that I'm talking about. That is why we have this class, because we want to make sure you understand that you can invest and you can put your money in the right places. It's just that they don't tell us that we can do it. But that's what we're here for. Did y'all get value so far? Just let me know in the chat. I need to know. Like, did y'all get value so far? did we deliver so far? Just let us know. We asked you to give us a little bit of time. I said commit to 90 minutes. And right now we in the 60-minute mark. But if I gave y'all value and you feel like you need a little bit more, like this ain't enough. I need you to type more in the chat. If you feel like, yo, boom, yo, mogul, this is fire. I love how you broke it down, but I need a little bit more time. I need you to be a little more intimate with me and kind of really be able to break this down step by step. I need to be able to ask you a few questions. I need to be able to see your face and tell you my personal situation because this is not a one size fits all. There's a different financial plan based upon your age, based upon how much money you make, based upon your just different lifestyle. And you want us to really understand exactly what your circumstances are and how we can guide you and give you a plan. Just let me know. Well, if that is the case, do I have your permission to share an opportunity where you can work directly with me and Boone and Joy and be a little bit more intimate, ask us some questions, really give you more time? Is that something that you'll be interested in? Yes or no? So I want to bring up Boone. I want to bring Boone. Where you at, bro? Where you at? I want to bring you back up, but if I have your permission, they said we have their permission. They saying yes in the chat that we have their permission to share an opportunity where they could be a little more intimate with us. They could work with us. We could answer some questions. We could really give them a roadmap more in detail. So what I want to share with you, and we talked about this last night at our event, our live podcast, but we're gonna make this opportunity available for you right here on this call. We are having an accelerated mentorship week with all of the strategies that we just talked about and more. We're going to talk about estate planning. We're going to talk about how you can win money with grants. We're going to talk about life insurance in detail. We're going to talk about funding, everything you need to know about building wealth. We're putting together a full mentorship week. Somebody type me in the chat if that's something that you want to be a part of, a full mentorship week
Me,
where we can actually answer your questions,
me.
dive in. Boom has a full day. I have a full day. Joy have a full day. Our special guests have a full day. So with our accelerated mentorship week, it starts November 9th to the 14th, a full week, jam-packed. And this mentorship week is an investment of only $397, y'all. And if you ready and you like, yo, I'm in 397 for a full week, it's a
This is
no-brainer.
still, this is
Just let me
crazy.
know. And we're about to drop this link, right? And it's insane to get 3 millionaires on a call and more. But we want to make sure that we really give you a hand up. We want to send the elevator back down. And that's what this is about. So we're about to drop this link. But when we do drop this link, I'm going to do something even more special for the people on this call. I am gonna give you $100 off. So you're gonna put the code that is called is Legacy. Legacy is the code. So when we drop this link, we're gonna give it to you, and it's gonna be $100 off only for tonight. So it's only gonna be $297 for those of you that's serious and want to take action now and join us in our accelerated mentorship week. And if you're ready for us to drop that link, drop the link in the chat.
I want to add something to that. So, like he just mentioned, which I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Comment tonight if you got 300 or $297 worth of game just tonight. Put tonight in the chat. If you got $297 worth of game just from tonight. And some of you guys were at the event yesterday. If you got that much information, just that much value just from yesterday alone. So 2 days for some of y'all, put 2 days in the chat. And if you got enough value, $397 worth of value just from tonight, put tonight in the chat. What we just got is millions.
Facts.
Come on. Come on. 2 days tonight, 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, tonight. So at this point, it's like, yo, it just makes sense. And I know I say that a lot because at some point it's just like, what are we even talking about? This just makes sense. I might go to a restaurant and they say, look, listen, it's buy one, get like, hey, look, listen, we got this advertiser, it's the best thing on the menu. We got this, like, what am I even talking? What am I looking at the menu for? You told me it's the best thing on the menu. This just makes sense. Everybody understand that? But then also, is somebody on here right now that's thinking two things? It's thinking two things. November 9th, God, I really want to get some game right now. I don't really want to wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks, to get started. So what we're going to do is, and we announced it yesterday, what we're going to do is we're going to allow every single one of you guys to get access to your own financial advisor. This is someone that costs thousands of dollars. You guys can get access to your own I just spent 260 on dinners. I just spent 350 on dinner last night. You're going to get access to your own financial advisor. Put a fire emoji in the chat that you're going to get access to, not November 9th. I'm talking about this week, where you can go ahead and lay out what you have got going on, and he can advise you on what different type of move that you can make now. So by the time November 9th hits, you already got your money invested some things. So when we start talking about real estate, we start talking about self-storage, we start talking about businesses, you already in position because he helped position you to get you ready for the week. See, the thing is, we don't want to just go ahead and have this week and just give you a whole bunch of plays. No, we want to prep you going into the week. So when the week hits, you can just go.
Mm.
Everybody put amazing in the chat. That's amazing. And the second thing that I want to say is, and we're about to go ahead and drop this link. I just want to make this comment. Look, you guys dead. I want to just make this clear, right? There's somebody on here that's like, yo, this sounds amazing. This sounds great. I have the 297, but I only have an extra $2,000, $3,000, send 5,000 cents. I don't have a whole bunch of money. I promise you guys right now, you have more than enough to get started. I'm gonna say this again. I promise you right now, you guys have more than enough to get started. You guys can build wealth step by step. Stop worrying about the big moves that we're making. Worry about the position you're in right now, the cards that you have, the hand that you're dealt. And I promise you guys, myself, Ramel, and Joy can go ahead and make your hand work. So we're about to go get ready to drop this link. But before we do this, comment right in the chat if you are ready for us to help you take your hand that you have and play it out. I don't know if you guys play spades. We're about to go ahead and crush. You got a bunch of spades in your hand. You just don't know how to work them. So comment right in the chat if you guys are ready and you ready to go get this thing rolling. So on five, we're gonna go ahead and drop this link. Again, you get access to a full week with us. You get your access to your own financial advisor. You get access to a private Telegram chat where you can go and chime in and build with other business partners in us. This is going to be on a different platform, so you're able to ask your question. We have specific Q&A time for you guys to unmute yourself. We can see you on the screen, a live Zoom, and plus more. So again, once you guys have your card in hand, you're ready to go and get your stuff. Comment done in the chat, and we're gonna count this down from five. And I'm excited to build with you guys. And then also, what I'm gonna do is for the first 8 people that get their spot, I'm gonna give you access to a full-blown event space course that shows you how to go ahead and not only start event spaces, but how to fund them, how to finance them, how to go ahead and automate them, and how to put everything together. Nobody ever seen this before. A full-blown event space course shows you how to go ahead and start your full-blown event space for the first 8 people that get their spot. And for you guys that were there yesterday, already got your spot. You guys want to get that as well. But for the new people up to 8, we're gonna go ahead and do that. So we're again. Comment done in the chat when you guys have your card in hand. You are ready to go. All right. And we're gonna count this down. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team, you gonna drop the link?
Let's get it. Let's get it. The link is in the
And
chat. The
then
link
once
is
you
in the
guys
chat.
get your spot, comment I'm in the chat. I personally want to congratulate you guys, and I want to see what that first 8 is. Again, if you guys joined in prior to today, you guys can get access to that program as well, that event space program, but also the next 8 people, you guys gonna get that as well. The course alone is $1,000, which is crazy, but I'm kind of loving you guys tonight.
Unbelievable. Type I'm in the chat. Once you locked in, you're gonna join myself, Joy, and Boone for for a full week where we're gonna break down a lot of these strategies. And it's not just us, like I said, we got Dana Christian coming in. She's gonna teach you the business funding blueprint. So those of you that want to get that funding, we got you. Right. You want to learn how to actually get grant money, we got you, and so much more, right? So I
Mhm.
really want you to understand that we are making the phone calls to all the high achieving people within our environment, our circle, our business partners to make sure we give you everything that you need. Right. Some of you that's on here and I'm hearing like, oh, I need you, you need to get some creative ways to join in. I want to show you if you go on the site and you click to secure your seat. Right. And for me personally, I'm just throwing it on a credit card. I'm just being honest with you. I'm throwing it on a credit card, debit card. I'm doing whatever I got to do to get in the room. But for some of you that need some creative strategies, right? What you're gonna do is you're gonna put the code in legacy. Don't forget the code so you get that $100 off. But once you do that, right, there's gonna be an opportunity for you to hold on, let me backtrack out of this. Playing game. All right, cool. There's gonna be a way for you could use Klarna. right? And then you could break it down into four payments of $75. Or you could use Afterpay and break it up into four payments, interest-free payments. So if
Mm,
I'm you, I'm shooting your shot, interest-free payments, and then you're gonna get in immediately, and Boone is gonna give you his event space course for the first eight people, $1,000 real estate program. You're gonna have a financial advisor. And look, only 15% of the people in America can even afford a financial advisor. And we're giving you somebody who we actually
crazy.
pay that is a seven figure. He has multiple seven figure, eight-figure clients, and we called in a favor from to come in here and give you a financial game plan. So for as little as $74, you break it up in four payments,
Leo,
or you can throw it on
congrats.
a card. There we go. Oh, they okay, there we go. There we go.
Leo,
So
congrats. Congrats.
there we go. There we go. There we go. Dr. Shayla's in. Congratulations to you, Dr. Shayla. Let's get it. Let's get it. Who else? So
You know,
drop
one other
in the
thing
chat.
too, one other thing too, like I want us to stop thinking about just today. Let's start
Mm,
thinking about tomorrow as well. And the one thing why I'm saying this is because, and the congratulations, the one thing, the reason why I'm saying this is because you don't want to go ahead and be into next year, 2026 or 2027, and you're looking at all the things that you didn't do, and you have this moment just pop in your head like, dang, I had the chance to get a financial advisor. I had the chance to learn this stuff. I had the chance to do this, and I didn't do it.
mm,
You know, they say the graveyard has the most regrets possible. It's like people have all these ideas and all these things and all these what ifs that they take to the grave with them. Me, I ain't doing that. I'm emptying the clip.
that's a
I'm
fact.
dying with zero. So I have a chance to go ahead and do something I'm doing. April, congratulations. Terrell,
Yo,
congratulations. I'm
yo,
dying with
boom.
zero. I'm
I want
emptying the
I,
clip.
I want to do something more. Like I gotta get it more
Mhm.
because I ain't gonna have you outgive me like that, bro. You already know we this is positive competition. So what I want to do, for the
Terrell,
what I
Terrell,
want
Terrell, you made it. Terrell, you made it. Congratulations, Terrell, you made it.
for the next 5 minutes, right? For the next 5 minutes, everybody that joined in and throughout the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna give you access to my school community for the next 30 days. So immediately you can jump in and start getting access to capital. Let me just show you how this. So for some of y'all, right, you join in on here, you can literally put yourself in position to go get up to $2,500 tonight, no credit check. No credit check tonight, just to show y'all, right? So you got this person got approved for $2,500. Another person got approved for 1,300. This person got approved for 2,500. Now this is no credit check. So if it's somebody that's looking to build their credit, add some additional lines to their credit, and you don't got no overdrafts and everything, you'll get up to $2,500 because we want to help you become as profitable as fast as possible. Somebody type fast in the chat. Somebody type fast in the chat. So that's one thing when you join the community, right? You're gonna be able to get up to $2,500, no credit check. But in addition to that, right, when you join in this classroom, is insane. But you got so many resources that's in here, right? You want to learn self-storage, I got a self-storage training, right? You want to learn grants, you want to get started because again, the mentorship week is going to be everything you need. It's going to be top tier, but we want to make sure we don't have to wait at all, right? We want to get to it now. Somebody put now in the chat. Somebody put
Mhm.
now in the chat. So this is all the resources that you can go and really have a field day with. And not only that, we also have live classes as well. So you have digital product trainings. Those of you that want to learn digital products, we got credit repair trainings. And then on Fridays, those of you that do join in, that specifically you're gonna have the financial advisor, call. So it's on Friday. So again, I just want to make this very clear. Yes, the mentorship week starts November 9th. But because myself, Joy, and Boone, we understand that we want to make sure that you are in position to just really just execute. We don't want to hear no excuses. We want you to just be able to go, all right, look, what's the play, coach? Let me move. The fastest way to get rich is to find somebody that already have done what you have want to do, pay them exactly what they are looking for, and then do exactly what they are telling you to do, and just do it consistently. It may not
Mhm.
happen tomorrow, it may not happen next month, but it will happen because you are staying consistent. Somebody type consistent in the chat. Somebody type consistent in the chat. And yes, I'm gonna give away the free credit pay before we close up. So don't worry, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna give you that
Love, and I
before.
just want to show you guys really quickly so you guys can see this is what, and I seen somebody send a private message. I didn't even know you could do that on here. Someone sent a private message. Please, please, please give me 3 minutes. I hope I'm still in the eight. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna just bump this up to 15. So we have 15 people that are gonna be able to get access to this, which is the full-blown event space course that I'm breaking down. There's several modules in this that's going to show you step by step. And this is just module number one. You literally see there's several, about 11 different modules that's showing you step by step how to find them, how to go ahead and automate them, how to fund them, how to put every single thing together. So this is another business that you guys can do to get an additional 10 to $20,000 a month just from this one business, just from this one stream. So if this sounds amazing, comment amazing in the chat. And if you guys just got your spot, comment I'm in and put. And if you guys see someone that says I'm in, I need you to comment on that post, comment on their post, and put congratulations as well. Congratulations as well, because we need to support each other. And this is about to be your next business partner. I promise you guys. Ramel is not somebody I knew since I was a kid. He's not somebody I knew since middle school. He's not somebody I knew since high school. He's not someone I knew since college. This is a new friend, but this is the friend I made the most money with. I want y'all, don't let that go over your head. This is a new friend, but the friend I made the most money with. So when they say no new friends, when they say no new business partners, that's really the craziest thing you can say. Because if you haven't made money with your friends over the last 10, 15, 20 plus years, it's probably ain't gonna happen. Let's just call it spade a spade. It's probably not gonna happen. So you need to start connecting with new people that you don't have to drag to the finish line. Because you drag somebody to the finish line, you got to drag them over it too.
Hmm.
So I want you guys to do it again. Comment I'm in. If you see somebody just said I'm in, put congratulations next to their name. And so we can go ahead and support each other, build with each other, and really just overall just get each other to that next level. So I'm excited to build with you guys. And again, if you just recently got your spot, comment I'm in. And I want to go ahead and see how many people we hit that 15. And also too, if you just someone that needs 2 more minutes, comment 2 minutes in the chat. BK, Tito, congratulations.
Christina, congratulations.
Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
So let me show y'all really,
Farida, if
really
you are
quick.
not able to put that $100 code in, we'll go ahead. I'll have the team search your name specifically, and then we can go ahead and get you access to like $100 off.
So let me show them this really, really quick, right? If you haven't done it already, all right. So those of you that need 2 minutes, so what you're gonna do is gonna say a coupon code right here, and then you're gonna put legacy. Legacy is the code, and you're gonna hit apply. Once you hit apply, then it should give you the $100 off. Boom, there you go. Now it's 297. If y'all got that, put got it in the chat. If y'all got that, put got it in the chat. Just let me know if y'all got that. Just let me know. All right, perfect, 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 perfect. I just want to make sure we all good. And I want to make this very clear, right? I think you said we gonna get in what 3 minutes, boom? How
Yeah,
much time we got left?
two, but we do three. We do three.
So I want to make this very clear, right? This is not just another mentorship. This is not just another class. This is not like this another session or just average people just telling you stuff online, right? The reason why we wanted to share this free class essentially is to just really show you that we are truly people that do what we say. Boone is not somebody that just popped up yesterday online, right? He's gonna show you everything that you need to know in real estate
Andy,
because
you
he's
good?
done.
You good? I just checked it.
He he's
Go ahead, bro.
done.
Go ahead, bro.
Got you. He's done real estate wholesaling. He's also was a realtor. He done buying and hold, fixing and flipping, just everything you could event spaces, right? Every single component of real estate he's been able to do. So you're not learning from somebody that just came outside yesterday. Joy has been in business for 2 decades plus. Everything that she's been able to learn in business, but I want everybody to understand this too. It's not always about what she could teach you about what she's done that she was able to win. It's also about her losses because she can teach you how to not do some of the things that lost her a bunch of money or a bunch of time because what you don't know can cost you. I remember when I invested or I didn't invest and I lost money because I thought that I could do it my own way. That's the worst thing you could do. Don't think that you could do it your own way. If you can find somebody that can help you get to your goal faster, cut your learning curve in half, you make it happen. I'm not somebody that just started yesterday. I'm somebody that really owned businesses in real time, that's been able to make millions of dollars, that's been able to help so many people, that really have insurance policies, that really leverage these financial tools. We really have licensed financial advisors. These are real people. We are real people in real time. And those of you that was at the event yesterday, you seen that, right? So these are the things I just want to make it clear, because this is not just another thing. This is the thing. And if you
Yeah.
truly want 2026 to be your best year yet, we got to start now. We got to start now. We can't wait. If you on the fence right now, when you like, you know you want to join, but you like, let me wait because it's November 9th. Wait stands for what am I thinking? I want you to put that
Woo!
in the chat. What am I thinking? You know what happens? Boom. You know this, right? When you see an opportunity to invest and you don't do it now, you probably thinking about, okay, you think about what your best friend gonna say. You think about what your wife gonna say, what your husband gonna say. You actually think about, do I even believe that I could actually do the work that's required? You thinking about everything about if it goes wrong. I want you to challenge yourself to say, no, what if it went right? What if I invested 297 and I actually met a business partner like Boone and myself and made millions of dollars with 2, 3 years later? What if I invested in myself and I went out there and cleaned my credit up, or I was able to get with a financial advisor and learn how to take the money out of my 401k and put it into a better vehicle that's going to grow me more? What if I invested? And what if it worked out for me the way that it's designed to work out for us? But you got to make that decision. When I reached out to Boone and I said, look, I need us to connect and we need to build, I didn't have the mindset of if it didn't work out. No, it gotta work out. It's
Hmm.
no other way. When I started this journey of entrepreneurship and getting into real estate, it gotta work out. And guess what? I'm cool with if it don't work out tomorrow. I'm cool if it don't work out next week. But I just know that you cannot beat consistency. I just know at the end of the day, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I want y'all to pick this up. I am willing to do whatever it takes for however long it takes until I can outlast that learning curve long enough to see a result. Because most people, the reason why they don't reach their goals is because they quit too soon. You was just getting good. You joined this class right here and everything was working out, but then you stopped. Now I'm not gonna go to the next level because I think I'm good. I don't want that to be you. So I'm gonna just leave this right here and I'm gonna pass it back to you, bro. If you got anything else you want to add, if anybody's on
I
the
want to
fence, waiting.
I want to share some with you. I'm going to share with you. And Kathleen, can you just drop your email? Team, can you go ahead and copy her email, just check in the system, make sure she's good. I'm pretty sure you're good. If you said you got your spot, it might be in your spam mail, but just go ahead. It comes in text messages on your phone. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. That's the email. If you guys have any questions, just email, just send that email. Because I don't want everybody to say, am I? Just send it to that email so that way the team can get right back to you immediately and as quick as possible. All right. But again, if everybody emails, you're gonna have to give it a couple minutes because everybody has to go and get service. But one thing that I want to everybody put God in the chat if you guys got it. I already know we about to get the same question. Once you open up one door, everybody else start opening up. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. I made it. I mean, congratulations, congratulations. All right. So look, one thing I want to say is, right, I want to ask you guys a real question. How many people in here have been making the same amount of money every single year within maybe a 10% range? So maybe you were making $100,000, maybe you went to 110. You're making $50,000, maybe you went to 55, maybe even $60,000. How many people in here put me in the chat if over the last year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, you've been pretty much making the same amount of money year after year within a certain range? So what your job is set up to do is to give you incremental small raises, but not double your salary. That's just how it's set up. They're never going to do that. So it's your job to go ahead and fill that gap. So if you want to get a 50%, 100% raise in life, your job may give you 1%, if that. You have to go ahead and take it upon yourself to do the other 99%, to do the other 49%. And this is the stuff that we're going to be talking about because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, but expecting a different result. I want to share my screen. I want to show you guys something real quick. Right. I like to paint the picture for you guys, right? I like to paint the picture. So this is you guys, this is you right here. And you like 2026 is going to be that year. I'm going to go, yo, Mo, spotlight me just so I can show this real fast. Perfect. So this is you. 2026 is going to be this year, right? And this is you taking this road to work. And this is the same road that you guys take every single day, whether you guys know where the potholes is, you guys know where the homeless guy's gonna be on the corner, you guys know where how long the light is gonna be. You know, you can literally drive this route to work with your eyes closed. Comment me in the chat, this is you. I'm talking you take the same exact route every single day to where you know where this is gonna be at, you know this is gonna be at, you know where this will be at. You know what the destination is. And then you know what it's like to go to this destination, right? But the thing about it is, everybody knows this route, everybody knows this path, everybody knows this whole journey, and you know what's at the end of it. So why, for some strange reason, you're saying 2026 is going to be any different if you guys are literally taking the same path you've been taking in 2025, in 2024, in 2023, in 2022, in 2021? Comment agree in the chat if you guys agree with me. You know what this looks like. So what I challenge you guys and what I urge you guys and I pray for you guys to do is for one day, and maybe that day might be the day, is say, you know what? Let me go ahead and take a different route. Yes, this may be new for me. Yes, I may have to actually pay attention. Yes, I may actually have to use my GPS, but it's a high chance that this route may have a whole different outcome than what you're used to doing. Comment, follow, and chat. You guys are following me. And that's the thing about life. The only way you're going to change is if you change the directions that you're going. You guys keep doing the same thing, so you get in the same thing. Ramel went ahead and made a different change a different direction. I went ahead and changed a different direction. I showed you guys a picture of what it looked like back in 2016. I made a different, I went a different direction. We all went a different direction in our life. And then when I tell you when we made that different direction, it was worth it 1,000%. But the other thing that I want to go ahead and really paint the picture and put this together for you guys is if you go this way, if you say you want to go this way, at any given moment, you can do something in Philly, we call it a Yui. You can just go ahead and bust a U-turn and say, you know what? I went halfway. I'm not really feeling it. Let me go back to what I know. Comment God if you guys got that. At any given moment, you can say, you know what? I got it up to this point, but you know what? I don't really like this route. It's a little too long. It's a little too. Let me go back to what I know. And the reason why I want to paint this picture for you guys is because a lot of you guys are like, I don't know if I want to invest at 297. I highly doubt, I can't speak for everybody, but I highly doubt that investment is going to cause you to go ahead and change your entire life for the bad. I highly, highly, highly doubt that. If anything, it's going to do more good for you than it can possibly do any bad. And if at any given moment you're on, let's say we have this is a 7 day program, you're on day two, and I don't like, you know what? Let me go back to my original thinking. Let me go to my original plan. None of this stuff is going to stop what you have going on right now. It's only going to help your future going. I highly doubt you guys invest in this, you're going to lose your job. I highly doubt you guys start investing in yourself. You're going to go ahead and start doing, you're going to lose your house. These things are not going to change anything you have going on right now, but what it will change your future moving forward. Drop a fire emoji, you guys are following me in the chat with that. And it's important. Let me put this back. Here we go. And it's important for you guys to understand this because it's somebody on here right now. It's like, I don't know, this is a new route for me. I don't know, this is a whole new journey for me. But you see what you've been doing for the last year, 2 years, 10 years, some of y'all for the past 20 years, and you see how that ends. Just give yourself a new shot. Just give yourself a new path. Just give yourself a new try. When I got started in real estate, it was a little, I don't know about this one. When I closed my first deal, it was like, this is a little. But I tell you that my first deal I ever did, my first check I ever made was $1,400. When I tell you it's still the best money I ever made because I tried something new and it was proof of concept and it changed everything for me.
Mm.
Changed every single thing for me. So what I need you guys to do is try a new route and then see where this is going to go you because it might be that thing that's going to take you to the rest of your entire life.
Damn, that's
Ask
powerful.
yourself, you worth 297. Whoo,
That's
whoo,
it right there. That's it. Are
whoo.
you are you worth 297?
Anyway, Mo, I got one more question I want to
Yeah,
ask him. How
yeah.
many people in here, really quickly, was at the event yesterday and they just got their spot today? Just got their ticket today. comment. I was there. If you was at the event yesterday and you just got your ticket just now. Comment. I just put I was there and I'm locked in. That hit hard, Angel, for sure. Put in the chat. If you was there yesterday and you just got your ticket today, put I was there. Shannon, Shannon, April, Sabrina, Nikia. Oh, you just moved. Oh man. Hassan. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Well, I'm glad you guys. So now you guys got double the vibe. You guys got access to yesterday at the event in person. Hopefully, guys, we got to at least shake hands or take some type of picture. And you got access to the game tonight. And you guys got a triple threat.
That's a fact.
Bro, they got a triple threat for 296. Woo.
That's right. For 297. And I like I just can't I'm excited for what the mentorship week is gonna look like and what they're gonna feel because that week is gonna be 10 times the experience, man. I want to ask this
Back.
question in team. Um if y'all need about 2 more minutes, because we gotta close up, it's 8:30. We said 90 minutes. We want to be men of our word. But if y'all need about 2, 3 more minutes, just let me know in the chat. Yes or no? Yes or no in the chat. Do y'all need about 2, 3 more minutes? We will be in New York City at some point. We don't really know when, but we will be in New York City at some point. All right, they say they need about 2, 3 minutes, so we'll get them about 2, 3 more minutes. So look, team, let's do this. Um, can we drop the business funding checklist and let's also drop the free credit repair? For those of you that stayed on, I said it, I want to be a man of my word. You stayed to the very end. And this is just, I'm giving you this because honestly, we really want to help you get to the next level. That's really what this is about. And really, Boone said it that, you are closer than you think, and you can start with what
Mhm.
you have. And that is what this is about. That's why we're bringing in a licensed financial advisor to show you how to make it work with what you have. And then we're going to take it from there step by step by step. But don't think that you need to have hundreds of thousands of dollars in your bank account. Don't think you need to have an 800 credit score, right? You need to just have a mindset to say, I'm going to start now. That's what we need to do. That you're willing to invest in yourself as little as $297 to start now. And I want to put this in perspective too, because I didn't talk about this piece. We also have to be preventative because a lot of times we wait for our back to be against the wall to start moving with some urgency. Like, let's be honest, yes or no? Do we wait for our back to be against the wall? Do we wait to hit rock bottom for us to start making shit happen? That we need to stop that. That is what's holding a lot of us back. We need to be on offense. So I'll give you an example. Term insurance. Not only do we utilize it for
Oh man, he
investing
about to
and things like
start. He
that,
about to start.
but what about just let me know? Do you know somebody or have you been a victim of some type of life altering injury or accident? Do we know somebody that out of nowhere they may have gotten into a car accident? Or what if you get sick and now you're not able to work the same amount of hours and now you're not making the same money? Let me know. We all know somebody, or maybe it happened to us where we get sick or there's some type of life changing activity where we're not able to produce the way we once was. We have to be preventative because we need to understand that these things will happen. But if I'm in position when these things do happen, I know how to overcome it. So when it comes to insurance, not only do you get the cash value, you get the death benefit, you also get what is called disability benefits. So let's say in the case where you get sick, your insurance will actually pay you out. So now you can actually spend time working on developing your health and overcoming those circumstances, but you don't miss money. How many of us had to stop working for whatever reason and then the money just stopped because we wasn't insured? We didn't have our money parked in the right vehicles. So it's multiple reasons. So I don't care wherever you are, you need this blueprint. Those of you that's looking to retire, I seen somebody put in the chat. They said, "Help me retire." If you looking to retire, well, you need to invest in some businesses and some properties that's going to bring you cash flow. Because there's no way you think you're going to retire and live off of half of your highest earning year or live off of half of the average of your high. It don't make sense.
It
It's a
sounds
trap.
crazy.
It sounds crazy, right? So they said there's an error. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna give this to y'all. Don't even worry about it. And we gonna actually move on from that. But again, I just want to make sure that everybody understands. Hold on, let me do this. Let me know. All right, check the file again, team. Check the file again. Check the file again, and let me know if this works for the business funding checklist. I just gave y'all that. Let me know if that works for the business funding checklist. And this is all giveaways. So just imagine what the mentorship week is going to be like. All right. So one more time before we close this up. Before we close this up, type I'm in the chat if you are in. Type I'm in the chat if you are in, so we can shout you out. We can congratulate you. All right, Tanja, what's up? What's up? Congratulations. Crystal, congratulations. Monet, congratulations. iPhone 14. I don't know who you are, but congratulations. Let's get it. Karina, congratulations. Ty Hill, congratulations. April, congratulations. Terrell, congratulations. Jersham, congratulations. You saw, I know your name. I've seen you around. Shout out to you. Hassan, congratulations. Esco Twan, congratulations. Kathleen said, I've been in. What you mean? I was in before y'all set in. Frida,
That's what
get
I'm
in the
talking
door
about.
now. Because we about to close up. Frida, get in the door now. James said he in. Earl is in. Maya is in. That's what I'm talking about. Zeke is in. Linus, what up, bro? What up, bro? Erica is in. I'm losing count. The chat going too fast, boom. I don't know what's happening here. Uh, Anna, congratulations. Christina, congratulations. G. Smith, congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations, because I'm telling y'all, this week is about to be insane. Natasha is in. She said, I've been in. What you mean? I was in a couple weeks ago. Rachel, what's up? Congratulations. Shannon, congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. So again, everybody, once again, I want to just thank you for investing in yourself because no investment is too small. This will be your first of many investments. I will say that. You're going to continuously invest. I don't want you to think that you're going to stop here because the more you learn, the more you earn. That is the bottom line. Me and
Mm-hmm.
Boom, we already know we always invest in. Like if we go a couple months and we haven't invested in ourselves, we feel awkward. It's like, no, I feel like I don't
Mm-hmm.
something ain't right. I gotta go put out another bag because I need to learn more because I know the more I learn, the more I earn. And
Mm-hmm.
one of our mentors told us this very it was just very powerful. He said, never let what you do know stop you from getting what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
means we jump on a free class like this and hear Boom, hear Mogul break down some stuff. Like, all right, cool, let me take that. Let me go. Nice to know you. And then you got some people that's like, nah, I need more. See, the people that's gonna take this information as a nice to know you, you're gonna go out there and try to do it on your own, but it's gonna cost you more doing it on your own versus investing 297. That's the first thing I want us to understand. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing that I want you to understand is that this is bigger than you. So yes, this is the wealthy experience, but we want to make sure you position yourself to be able to help your children out, your last name. So we want to encourage you to make sure you bring your child with you along with on during this mentorship week. Our next big event that we're gonna be doing is gonna be amazing. We're gonna have great things for the family. Like we're about family wealth. This is not about no one person. Even if you don't have children yet, well, you can do this for your nieces, your nephews, your aunts, your cousins. We want to make sure you build family wealth. Somebody type family wealth in the chat. Somebody type family wealth in the chat.
Y'all want to add in something too, right? Make sure you guys learning from somebody to invest in themselves.
Mm,
Learn from somebody. If your mentor doesn't have a mentor, you need to run. Make sure you're learning from somebody that's actually investing in themselves. I didn't even get a chance to tell you, bro. Wednesday, I think it was. We got so much going on Wednesday. I went ahead and just invested 5K in myself for a 2 day event. You talking about 297 for 7 days? I just paid 5K for 2 day event.
mhm,
Literally, and I still had to buy a flight and hotel to get out there.
mhm,
Hermosi, I just paid to go ahead and do his 2 day boot camp, his 2 day workshop, whatever you want to call it.
mhm,
So we talking about we're not just asking you guys to do something for yourself that we're not doing on our own. You talking about 297? We invested 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. It's been so many things that he invested in that I invested in. We just did it together at the same time. Shoot, at this point, we invested a lot of the same things together. Tens of thousands of dollars he invested in and I invested in. Yo, bro, I'm joining this program. Shoot, I'm about to do it too.
That's a fact.
It's been a couple times he said he did it. I just sent the money just because he said it was. He said he did it. Nothing else to talk about. And the reason why I want to pinpoint that is because if you're around people that you know they're not going to waste no time, why are we even second guessing this stuff? He literally invested into this. Look, West invested in this company. It was $15,000. I got on the phone with the company. No lie, I can't make this stuff up. I got on the phone with the company and they trying to sell. Oh, we could do this. We could. I said, look, listen. Ramel said he joined it. How can I pay the money? It's nothing for me to go and talk about.
That's a fact.
He said it's a go. He said it makes sense. Look. What am I talking about? Why do I need to hear all this extra stuff?
Mhm.
Because I know I'm around people that don't waste time and don't waste money. Comment, follow, and check if you guys are following me here. It was another time he invested 12K into this other program. Him and my other brother went investing in it. I got on the phone. I sent the money before he even finished the call. I said, bro, it's nothing for what are we talking about? He said it was a go. He said it works. My other guy said it was a go. He said it works. What do we even have? I don't need an hour presentation. Some of y'all right now didn't need an hour and a half presentation. It makes sense.
Mhm.
It makes sense. And that's what I want you guys to get in the mindset of action, execute. This makes sense. I'm on it. This makes sense. When I got the deal for my son, somebody sent it to me. I looked at, I'm on, just send me the contract. I don't need, wait, what am I thinking? Like you said, wait, I don't need the, what am I thinking? I don't need to wait. Look, this makes sense because the longer you think about something, the longer you're going to talk yourself out of it. The longer you think about something, the quicker you're going to talk yourself out of it. That's
Mhm.
just how it's going to go. So look, y'all, we got to close this up. If you just need 2 more minutes, comment two. If not, we're cutting it down 30 seconds. So if you need 2 more minutes, comment two in the chat. If not, in 30 seconds, we're going to cut this thing out. I just want to make sure everybody has their chance. Everybody is fair. And I also want to share one other thing, just so you guys can see. This is our Everybody in here is going to get access to this Telegram chat. As you guys can see, event space course is dropped and it's pinned to the top. So once you in this pinned, event space course is pinned. Hold on. So once you guys join into the program, you're going to get an email with the link to the Telegram group. As soon as you guys join into the Telegram group, you hit the pin button. The full event space course is right there. So you guys can see it firsthand. We're not hiding anything from you guys. We're not keeping anything. We're not keeping anything. You guys have access to all the things that we said you guys want to get, and then you guys will also get a link for this Friday with your financial advisor. Oh, it's at this point, this is just crazy. This is really just crazy. This is super just crazy. So again, comment 2 minutes if you need a spot. If not, we are closing this thing up right now. So appreciate you guys. Love you guys. This has been amazing. Yesterday was amazing. This entire thing is just amazing. So again, the event space course is in the Telegram chat. Once you get your spot, you're going to get an email with a Telegram link. Click that. Once you're inside the Telegram, you're going to be able to get access to the event space course. And if you don't have access to the Telegram, just email the support email and they'll be able to guide you and help you with that. But I'll make it clear, this is only for people that got their spot. So if you guys try to be slick and send an email, they're going to cross-reference. Just want to save y'all some trouble. They're going to cross-reference everything. All right. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Um, awesome, 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 awesome. All right, appreciate you guys. Romel, you got anything you want to say?
Um, nah, man. I think that's it. I'm all good to go. And I really just want to congratulate everybody again for making that decision to invest. Those of you that did not invest in yourself, I just want to encourage you to figure out how to make it happen because the truth is, we know how to make it happen for things that's important to us. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Another thing that my mentor told me, he said, "There's no such thing as I can't afford it. No such thing. The
Hmm.
only thing that we really have is it's not important enough to me to figure it out." Because when it's important to us, we know how to figure out yes or no. Just let me know in the chat. If we know this is something that we truly want, through hell or high water, we are gonna go and get it done. So if it's important to you to change your life, if it's important for you to set your family up, if it's important for you to make sure that when you are no longer here, that your family is in position, or while you are here, that you live your life to the fullest, then you are gonna invest 297. Anything outside of that tells me you're not serious. I'm gonna be honest with you, and that's just the way I feel because I remember when I didn't have nothing. And I still was like, hey, I was calling people, can I borrow money? Can you send me this? I pay you back, payday loan, applying for this. I was doing everything under the sun because I refuse to be in the same spot I saw everybody else around me in. And I'm gonna leave it at that. So with that being said, let's close this thing up. Let's close this thing up. And we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. So I appreciate y'all. And I see you on the other side. Boom. I'm gonna build with you. And we'll go from there.
Let's go.
All right, bro.
Everybody have a good night.